All right there. Hello, YouTube world. I have a 1996 Buick Park Avenue here. And yesterday, I was coming down this road and I lost basically all power. Didn't want to accelerate, so I just coasted it into its normal resting spot. And came out here later to try again, and I turned the key to try to crank it and it just goes click. When I lost power, I did get a code that said multiple random misfire detected. So I figured that it was probably one of these coil packs that went bad. That was until I tried cranking it over again to see which of these went bad, and I realized that it just wouldn't crank. So what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to get on that tensioner and get this belt off, because I did notice that my coolant was low, and I figured, hey, my coolant's low. I did see a small coolant leak coming from right about the middle of the engine over there all the way at the bottom when I was changing the oil in this. So we're gonna find out. And I did check my oil. It is not milky or anything like that. If you have milky residue in your oil or on the back of your oil fill cap, it probably means that you have a bad head gasket. But this car doesn't have that, and well, it only has 134,000 miles. Now let me show you what happens when I try to crank it over. Just clicks. Alrighty, so we're back. To loosen to get the serpentine belt off, I'm gonna need to get onto that pulley right there with a 1/2" or 3/8 ratchet and a 15mm socket. And you're gonna want to set it to loosen, turn it as hard as you can, and with your free hand try to slip the belt off of the tensioner. Alright, so I pulled the belt off as much as I can. Right now it's wrapped around the engine mount, so I'm just going to try bumping this over with the key and see if it turns over. One thing I should mention is I was spinning some things over here. My alternator bearing seems to be going out on it. My water pump turns freely, doesn't make any sound. Power steering pump turns freely, doesn't make any sound. AC compressor turns freely, doesn't make any sound. Also, I noticed my idler pulley definitely needs replaced. Alright, I'm going to make sure this belt's not touching anything again. And I'm just going to bump it. I don't really want it to start, because if it does start, the one of those pulleys could snag the belt and tear the belt up, or something worse. Alright, we still have the same issue persisting. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take one of the spark plugs out and put a borescope in there. So I struggled pulling one of these spark plug wires off, and I took the spark plug out, which is right over here. It's pretty soaked in oil, so that's not very good. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and grab a borescope, put it in there, and well, that might tell us something. Alright, so I stuck the borescope down there, but I really couldn't find anything. The cylinder's at top dead center, so the only thing I have to go off of is that completely oil soaked plug. Alrighty, welcome back to day 2. Well, actually this is day 3. Day 2 was me trying to get a look at the starter and see if the starter had somehow ejected itself and was stuck in the flywheel. And yeah, it's not looking like that. I have put the borescope down cylinder 1 here. Sorry for the lighting. Cylinder 1, it's right down there. 3 is here in the middle, and 5 is over there on the end. Now, sorry if the camera's a little fucked. The sun is just killing today, and as you can see, my shadow is just in the way, so I can't really help that. So I put the borescope down cylinder 1. It looked okay. Looked a little oily in there. Could definitely use a good cleaning. Cylinder 2 looked okay. I was looking at the cylinder wall and there were still cross hatches, so that looked good. I mean, it better have cross hatches, 130,000 miles. This guy, I put the borescope in and it was looking okay until I saw this. And it seems like a third of the cylinder just has some kind of liquid in it. So it's looking like my engine somehow hydrolocked. Let's see what the other 3 look like. Alrighty, everybody. So I have put the borescope down each 6 cylinders. And if you're curious, we can actually look at the spark plugs that came out of this. Let's see if we can get you some light. So, first of all, let's go over here and I'll show you which cylinders are numbered, or which number. The cylinder here, front left, is cylinder 1. Front middle is cylinder 3. Front right is cylinder 5. Let's see, passenger rear cylinder is 2. Middle rear is 6. And driver's rear is 6. The middle one is 4. So we can look at the corresponding spark plugs. So let's start with number cylinder 6. I don't know how well you can see this, so it's pretty soaked in something. I'm not exactly sure what, but let's not worry about those. And I accidentally tightened one and snapped the porcelain part off. It's fine, that doesn't matter. So I'm going to show you some screenshots from me using the borescope. So cylinder 1, 3, 2, and 4 are all good. They look just fine, although they have a small amount of carbon deposit on them. Nothing a good cleaning wouldn't fix. But cylinder 5 and cylinder 6 back there are about half full of what seems like oil. Don't ask me how oil gets from the valve train into the cylinders while running, but hey, I don't know. So that's gonna do it for today. And if anybody even watches this, let me know in the comments what you want to see. I actually do have, this is a 1995 Buick Park Avenue with the same engine, same transmission, but this one, the transmission is slipping and it needs a few other miscellaneous parts. This one is my daily driver. It's a 1996. It was literally grandma's car. I got it for $700 with 134,000 miles. This one has 250 something, 54,000 miles, I think. And I paid $900 for it. I don't know why I paid that much for it, but whatever. This was a great car until literally 2 fucking days ago, or 2 days ago, or 3 days ago. One of them, I don't really remember. But yeah, we'll see what we do with this. I'm either gonna post it for sale in the Park Avenue Facebook group, like this one is. This one's for sale as a parts car, so maybe I'll sell them both as a double after I rip my subwoofer out of this. Yeah. Alrighty, well, this is after recording Max during editing, and I just wanted to say, if you made it to the end of this video, thank you for watching, and hopefully you have a good rest of your day or night, whatever time it is for you, and hopefully you're not watching this video because somehow or another this happened to you. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Thanks for watching.